Happy 4th of July, everyone. It's approximately 1:45 a.m. Central Standard Time in Memphis, the early morning hours of July 4th, 2020. And I've found a very pretty conjunction in the sky tonight. Got Mars off to the east. Let's see if we can bring it, bring it in. There it is. That is Mars. And look past the glow of that street light there. There's Mars. And back up here we have Saturn, Jupiter, and the full moon. I'm going to reduce the zoom now and see how well we can see them. On tomorrow night, or later tonight, July 4th, almost 24 hours from now, the moon will be in a lunar eclipse. It'll be a partial lunar eclipse. The moon will be in the outer part of the Earth's shadow. The moon has to be, basically in the full phase, it has to be opposite the sun, which it is. Whenever the moon is full, it's opposite the sun. So it rises when the sun sets and sets when the sun rises about the same time. So tomorrow night at 11:07 p.m. Central Time, p.m., the eclipse begins. And then on July 5th, the moon will be between Saturn and Jupiter. It'll form a really cool looking triangle. So if you're able to, and the weather's good, you might want to try to get out and see that. I'm going to zoom in here and see if we can get a nice close-up of Saturn and Jupiter. That's about, let's see, how many magnifications is that? That's about 5, power of 5. Let's bring it up to 8. That's a little too much. There's 3.3 magnification. Again, on December 21st of this year, the winter solstice, Saturn and Jupiter will be within a hair's breadth of one another, approximately 1/10 of 1 degree. That's very close, almost touching, as it were. Although obviously they won't be touching; they're quite a bit farther apart in space. But they will appear as nearly one object on the winter solstice of this year, December 21st. Jupiter is 5.2 times as far from the sun as Earth is, 5.2 astronomical units. Saturn is just about 10 astronomical units. Not sure the exact number, it's 9 point something, but roughly 10 times farther from the sun than Earth is. So it's mighty chilly on both of those giant worlds. About 200 degrees below 0 Fahrenheit on average at Jupiter, and 300 below at Saturn. And over here, a little closer to home with Mars, Mars is approximately 1.5 times as far from the sun as Earth is. So not nearly as cold, but it's still quite a bit chillier on Mars. Even on a warm summer day there would probably be a cool autumn day here on Earth. But because of its thin atmosphere, the temperature drops to 150 degrees below 0 Fahrenheit each and every night. The rotation period of Mars is 24 hours and 37 minutes, so the day is just slightly longer than here on Earth. I'm going to zoom in and see if we can get a better view. There it is. blocking the streetlight with my other hand. So that's Mars. Again, this is the early morning hours of July 4th, 2020 in Memphis, Tennessee. We have Mars. Looking up, we have Saturn, Jupiter, and the full moon. So there's a lot going on in the night sky. Happy 4th of July.